I think the best thing to clean up the gut to me is going on an all fruit diet or all fruit juice diet, going on a solid food vacation and getting my 3 bitters. If you want to cleanse your gut, the 3 bitters, family. I'm telling you, the 3 bitters off the website will cleanse your gut, and probably go and get some GI super movers from off capsules from off the site as well. That will cleanse the gut. But remember, I'm not here to sell you herbs. I'm here to give you herbs too. So you have something called Cascar Sagrande. That'll help you cleanse. You have slippery and bark, inner bark. That'll help you cleanse your gut. All right. You have gentian root. That will help you cleanse your gut. You have gravel's root. That will help you cleanse your gut. Burdock root is a good gut cleaner and a good blood cleanser. So burdock root is good as well. You know what I'm saying? You have cloves. Cloves will help you get rid of parasites while cleansing your gut. Well, if you hydrate the body, you will break up coagulated feces and fecal matter, and it's going to help you eliminate anyway. So the best way to heal the body when you're going through a detoxification, or you're feeling yourself becoming sick or with dis-ease, which is nothing but a detoxification, help the body detox more. The first thing you have to realize is the foods you're supposed to be eating. So I say, look at your hands. Do a cat hands look like your hands? No, they have paws. What about a dog?
No.
What about a lizard?
No.
What about any reptile? Do their hands look like yours? Okay, so what do your hands look like? What about a gorilla?
No.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
So now we're getting into actually the physiology of the human body in the food relationship. So look at your body, look into nature, find who your body closely assimilates with and see what they eat. Do gorillas eat meat? No, they don't. The strongest in the jungles. Very muscular. Ounces of water a day. That will drown you, and it will flush out all of your minerals, and it will flush out all of your amino acids. So make sure that you're not drinking a gallon of water a day, even if you're dehydrated. The less you're supposed to drink is probably around, I say 32 ounces. The most you're supposed to drink is up to 50 ounces, especially if you're drinking juices, because it's super hydrative. So you don't have to drink your juices like that. Now, if you are drinking some type of spring water, don't drink no 64 ounces a day. You know, stay around that 50 ounce area. At the lowest, 32 ounces, y'all. Because, you know, a lot of people get edemia. You get very edemic from it. And again, it literally flushes out all of your minerals. So make sure that we're not drinking too much water. Water is very H2O. It's very toxic when you drink it in large quantities. And that's the reason why they do not give it to babies. And they tell you don't give it to babies unless your baby is 6 months to a year old, because they know the toxemia of water and how it flushes out and how it imbalances the electrolyte spectrum inside the body. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. See, this is why I'm hated by a lot of brothers and sisters, especially in the spiritual community. Because you just can't tell me shit no more and tell me to have faith. You can't do that to me no more. I study too much. No, I'm not taking your word for it. I will never take your word for shit. You tell me that, the moment that my intuition, the moment that my gut instinct, the moment that these electrons and protons and neutrons start becoming in, and I get that sense, the moment that my ears start watering differently, the moment that I start hearing the information, I feel let me go research. That don't sound right. I ain't the one that tuck away feelings. I don't tuck away feelings. I don't bury mixed emotions. I don't do that. That shit sound wrong, I'm finna go prove it. I'm going to search. I'm looking up I'm doing comparative studies. I'm doing all of that. And I actually believe in only eat between the hours of 1 and 4. The rest of the hours of the day, only drink liquids. Caloric-free spring liquids that have minerals in it. If you get rid of the toxins, if you get rid of the pollutants, and if you detoxify the body by way of fruits, fruit juicing, drinking water, working out, sweating, getting in a sauna, getting in cold plunges, turning on your heat shock proteins, turning on your cold shock proteins, shivering is very good for detoxification. Getting on a rebound, jumping, jump roping, moving your lymphatic system, investing into an actual vibrational plate to move and shake your bone marrow, you'll start seeing that the defecation will increase, the urination will increase, the skin actually acting as the third kidney, filtering out metabolic waste will increase. You see that? Getting on these herbs that you need will increase. Lymphatic herb. Chaparral is a blood herb. It cleanses the blood. Burdock root cleanses the blood. Yellow dock actually breaks up coagulation. You see what I'm saying? Start getting on things like that. Dandelion cleanses the actual liver. Hydrangea root breaks up calcification, breaks up not only calcites, but it breaks up liver and gallbladder stones and kidney stones. Start getting on these herbs. You see what I'm saying? Cleaver's leaf, move the lymphatic system. Plantain leaf, move and break down things that's in the lymphatic system. Start getting on these herbs, getting on your fruits. 21-day fast, only eat between 1 and 4. The rest of those hours, drink nothing but water. Or drink juices that's high in water, like watermelon juice. And you will start seeing the defecation really happen. You will start getting rid of all of these cellular toxicities, and you will get rid of all these broken down, degraded cells, and you will notice that your virus will go away. People that had this so-called HI, whatever you call it, they go get checked and know, I don't see it. Your numbers are so low. How many times you hear that, Nabi? The numbers are so low, we can't even read it no more. They start saying it's going, you're undetected. No, it just means it ain't there no more. Do you realize apples can grow 50 to 60 feet in the air? Guess what your highest? Coconuts. Coconuts can grow 100 feet in the air. This is your highest fruit. These are the fruits that we need to be eating. And another one that don't grow high but needs full sun exposure or the full sun spectrum to even grow. Grapes. Why you think I push apples so much, grapes so much, coconuts so much? Because these things grow closest to the sun. Now, if it grows closest to the sun, that means they have the most information that your body needs. What's inside this information? Well, the only difference between you and a fruit is chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is their melanin. Your melanin is magnesium and iron phosphate. It's what makes up yours, and selenium. So everything that's inside of these fruits or that seed is literally possessed inside of you. That's what you're using to rebuild the molecular structure and the cellular structure of your body. But if you're eating everything else that's a stimulant and not the real thing, then of course you ain't gonna think right. Of course our perspectives on life gonna be different. Of course you're gonna think I'm an asshole. Of course you're gonna think that I'm just trying to, bore you and I want you to not have fun. I'm a hater. I'm this and I'm that. I get it. We got different diets. We're going to look at things different. You look at things from a deaf perspective, from a deaf culture. I look at things from a lively culture, from life, because I eat life and you eat death. So I'm not mad at you because I'm going to meet you where you at, because I know where you at, because you're cracked out on meats, on stimulants, on drugs, sugar cane. You see that? Processed foods, dead animal fetuses, fetus tissue, an egg. That's a chicken fetus. So I understand that your understanding is not up to par. I understand the way you look at the life, the way you do
it. And this is directly related to you, and I don't want you to take offense to it when I ask this question. When you think of a vegan and you look at the history of vegans and you look at Dr. Sebi, they look kind of frail.
Yeah, real skinny.
You don't look frail and you don't look skinny, my brother.
Yeah, I'm not.
In fact, your face might look a little bigger than mine, and I eat meat occasionally. Mm-hmm. You a vegan, you say you eat fruit all the time. Why you not this frail little vegan character that in our mind, in our imagination, we all picture vegans to be, my brother?
It's because I truly cleanse my gut, and I know how to mix and ratio the proper foods to actually keep the sugars of glucose and fructose coming in, for I can build up, them fatty cells to keep weight on me. I teach people all the time about the 4 keys to the kingdom. It's called digestion. The second one is absorption. The third one is utilization. And then the last one is elimination. So when I went through my school and my studying and really studying how to heal my body and properly build, I studied a lot of gorillas, gorillas that's in the mountains and gorillas that's in the low plains, plus domesticated gorillas. And I always ask myself, dang, I noticed that the domesticated gorillas is the ones that's frail, the ones that's skinny. I noticed the ones that's in the mountain is skinny too, but the ones in the plains, they had a lot of muscle mass on them and they don't work out. They don't do push-ups and sit-ups, but they build a lot of muscle mass. So I started studying their food and how they went through their process of digestion, their process of absorption, a process of utilization and elimination. And once you really cleanse the gut and cleanse the digestional tract, and you're absorbing, which means your phytonutrients and your nutrition, and you're not malnutrition, you will see that if you are by biology and physiology was created to eat fruits, because that's my stand, we're frugivores, then you should be able to build muscle or mass off of fruits. In the oceans. That's how you get to the outer realms. So the real outer space is beyond the Antarctica and deep within our oceans. That's why if you look at their outer space missions, they're actually in water, floating around in water somewhere in Las Vegas, Nevada, and deep in the Colorado. They ain't out of space. That's why if you look, it's so many people now putting up showing that these space shuttle missions is fake as hell, man. Showing you that they ain't never been out of space. If you really want to go outer space, get your ass on a submarine and go deep within the water. That's the true outer space. And there's so many different alien bases and military bases underwater and in the actual ground. They're hollowing out mountains now. They're hollowing out mountains. You can Google this, and they're making inside of mountains underground bunkers and underground military bases. So if they're doing that to the mountains, imagine what they're doing underground in space, in the water. So if you want to go outer space, go deep sea diving.
You said it's aliens.
Yeah, aliens. And all alien mean is, so Elion is a Hebrew word. That's where they get aliens from. It's really El Elyon. And that just means of the Most High God. Technically, we are aliens. And that's why they studying us. That's why they stealing our melanin. That's why they trying to understand the functioning of our biological vehicles. That's why they can't understand our circadian rhythm, our biological clocks. We are the most different species of humans that the planet ever had. We're so different than them. Our teeth are shorter than theirs. Their teeth are wider and longer. Their canines are longer than our canines. The hydrochloric acid inside their stomach is hotter than ours.
You talking about white people?
I'm talking about white people. They produce a acidic enzyme in their mouth. We produce an alkaline enzyme in our mouth called amylase and amylose and trypsin. They can break down proteins and meats. Our stomachs can't break down proteins and meats because the pepsin and the hydrochloric acid doesn't get hot enough to break it down. They digestive system can go through something called putrefactions, or can't. Ours go through something called fermentation. A lot of them grow tails. Their hair grow towards the earth or towards the ground. It curls and it grows towards the sun. We have high melanin content. Inside of our melanin, we have something called selenium. They have low melanin content. Inside their melanin, they have something called ammonia. And they have a high sulfur concentration inside their cells. And that's why when they get hot, when it get hot outside, they get colder, or if it get cold outside, they get hotter. That's why you can see a white man running in Daisy Duke shorts in the middle of the winter when it's 20 below freezing. He got on a tank top and he hot. Or when they get hot and they get around water, it changes and the sulfur mixed with ammonia and it gives off this actually canine smell. And that's why they say they smell like wet dogs. You see, this is all scientifically proven. Waking up with a hard penis is very, very good health signs. That's why
good for myself. I'm 39.
A 39 and you got morning wood. That's pretty good. That means you got a lot of testosterone. So when you look at testosterone releases between the hours. It's 4 releases in men. His production between, and it's by way of cholesterol. Cholesterol is what make testosterone, pregnenolone, progesterone, and estrogen. In men, it's testosterone. That's your manly hormone. It's acidic in nature, but it gives you that extra edge as a man to go protect, to do manly things, to lift heavier weights. And the more testosterone a man have, the longer he live, because it increases blood flow. So when you see testosterone is actually produced between the hours of 5 a.m. and 11 a.m. Between those hours is the high maximum potential of testosterone. So when the body releases testosterone by way of the gonads, what it does is it releases itself in the bloodstream and it thins the blood through something called tannins, and it releases blood flow and production by way of the pituitary gland throughout the whole body. It just so happens, since testosterone is produced by the gonads with zinc and with copper and with selenium, that's the first area that gets stimulated. So to gauge your health off of morning wood will show you that you have a bunch of testosterone and your blood circulation is properly flowing. So morning wood is a sign that your testosterone levels are high and that you have a pretty good cardiovascular flow. Like a lot of us are being mouth breathers. Breathing through your mouth, it actually cuts your life expectancy by 10 years. It changes the structure of your mouth. It pushes your teeth out. It make you talk different. It give you rotten tongue. It give you thrust on the mouth. It messes with your circadian rhythm when you're trying to go to sleep. That's why they even created some type of band-aids and stuff or tape that you can literally close your mouth with when you're sleeping, because they have figured out that with mouth breathing, you don't get delta wave sleeps. Delta wave sleep is a deep sleep you get to regenerate and heal your body, because most of the healing process go on when you in your sleeping stage. But you can't get that when you're not actually going into them deep realms of sleep and you're producing something called delta waves. The lack of oxygen is what messes with your sleeping pattern. Oxygen is used to actually create something called glutathione. Glutathione is actually a detoxification mechanism in the body. It opens up something called the NRF2 pathways of the cells. These pathways are made for the cells can get out what they eaten. Just like you have to eat, and then after you eat, you have to go defecate. You have 150 trillion cells in your body that have to eat, drink, and defecate as well. So-called African people, we're not supposed to be eating meat because it does the body good.
What about fish and shrimp?
No, not fish, especially not shrimp. Shrimp is full of defecation. Shrimps is made to clean the ocean. If y'all keep eating all the shrimps and eating all the catfish out of the sea, then what's going to keep the ocean clean? For the ocean can give us planktons and give us oxygen. A lot of people think most of the oxygen come from the trees, but majority of your oxygen that you breathe in actually come from the ocean.
No lobster.
No. Lobster is a sea. That's a sea monster.
Man, I'm down for change.
This is what I'm saying.
God.
I just want you to look at. So you're not supposed to eat anything that's why would you eat a bottom feeder? Would you eat a cockroach? That's a shrimp.
Depends on how they cook it.
But you funny. A cockroach is the cousin of a shrimp. So a cockroach is a land shrimp. A shrimp is a sea cockroach. Same family, they got the same last names and everything. Same thing as a crab and a spider.
What's the last name?
I can't think of it right now, and I don't want to say nothing wrong on here because they love to tear me apart.
Yeah.
But if you look it up, they're in the same exact family. The spider and the crab is in the same exact family. What we have made basically the trash cans of the ocean and the trash cans of the earth are delicacy. But this is the same thing that happened in slavery, where they gave us a pig and gave us the most nasty, horrendous parts of the pig, and then we turned it into a delicacy, like chitterlings. What is amazing about eating the intestines of a pig? But we turned that into a delicacy. We put all of our seasonings on it. You know, that's causing all types of tapeworms, hookworms, fluke worms, Fasciolopsis booski. Dysfunction. That's why they say men should never wear black jeans. Black jeans causes prostate cancer in males, and that's why women should never wear panties. Let your vagina breathe, because that actually causes all types of reproductive cancer or cervical cancer in females. So look, we came out with our clothes on, family, which is our skin.